G'day guys, this is Jay here from Journey of a White Feather, but I'm with my soul family today. It's the end of 2025. This is Life Theories. I think we're up to episode 70. It's been 3 years, and I'm so excited to have the whole soul family here today. Let's get it started. We've got the foundation over in America. Miss Diana, if it wasn't for her, this wouldn't be happening. She's the one who pushes and gets me up at 5:30 in the morning. But that's the way it is.
Thank you, Jay, for your commitment. Thank you.
I'm going to jet set over the UK with the great man, the creator of the FS code, the C-man, Cortez Medford. I have to say it, man. Mate, I love you, brother. It's great to see your face, my friend.
Love you, Jay. Great to see you too, my brother.
And also, I'm going to jet set to my favourite place. Hint, hint, I might go over there. Again, I'm going to go straight to Vancouver and see the spirit of this group, the transitional spirit or the fairy, or just she's powerful. She's a pocket powerhouse. Sarah over in Vancouver, how's everything going?
Pocket powerhouse. I freaking love that. Actually, Jay, I think you just coined my new name. I love it.
Exactly right. I got that from Pro Wrestling. Whereas, and of course, our
doing good,
special guest, but my close friend, my partner in crime when we go to the Calgary Stampede and everything else, been there. The Maple Leaf Angel herself from, I'm going to get it right, Tantric Dance Alchemy and Akashic record expert, Miss Jackie Lyons. Lovely to see you, my friend.
Thank you for having me again. It's been a while since I've been on your guys' show.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So quickly what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, it's about recapping 2025, the year of the Tower, the year 9, Snake, everything. We've been through the second type of the Dark Night of the Soul, which is basically going into ourselves and really getting into those places where you got that key where you don't really want to go into, but the universe says you have to go in, get rid of it, and actually face your demons or whatever the hell you're facing to get to where everyone is right now. We're all ascending so well, and we're looking forward to going through the door, through the year of the horse. Hey, why don't we start with Jackie? The dance. I mean, it's right out there, eh?
Yes, this is new. It is. If you guys have not seen it, I have started my new Instagram that details a little bit of my journey over the last year as to how I have used tantric energy to create a stronger connection back to self.
That's amazing.
Fantastic.
Very cool.
Fantastic. Absolutely. We'll get back into that. Cortez, the big fella. FS
What's
code.
going on, brother?
FS code, mate. It's like, I know exactly what FS means in Australian. So, mate,
I suppose that's a swear word, is it, Jay?
Of course it's a swear word, mate. That's what they But, mate, I'm proud of we've had these chats, man. Mate, you've come a long way, mate. I'm so proud of you seeing the 7 years what we've done this, and you've come out with this FS code, my friend. Mate, I'm proud of all of you. But, mate, tell us about the FS code and tell us about your journey this 2025, and we'll get right into it.
2025 has been a roller coaster, probably for many of us. I know a lot can resonate with that. A lot of the listeners can probably resonate with that. But I have been I've been to the highest points and I've been to the lowest of the lowest points. And 2025 has shown me who I truly am and what I truly deserve. But I had to shed a lot of trauma that I didn't even know I had, to be honest with you. But in shedding that and in doing that, I've come to the place at my life now where I just feel safe. This morning I went for a jog and I was just saying to myself, like, I feel safe because, you know, like when you can trust yourself and when you can tell when you say you're going to do something and you actually follow through with that, you build that relationship back with yourself and then you can start to do things and feel safe for doing it. So this year it's been an amazing year. A lot's happened. And from that, like Jay said, the FS code was born. And that is literally just a spiritual transformation system that goes through 7 stages, which I've just put together. And I just believe that a lot of people, it can help a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? And these 7 stages of of what everyone's been through with life. So it's just been an amazing year, and I'm very grateful for having people like yourself, Sarah, Jackie, Diana, and even Solomon. We're missing Solomon, but even Solomon, and I'm just very grateful at the end of this year. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm very grateful for everything that's happened this year.
Well, I'm grateful for everyone in this chat. Seriously, I mean, if it wasn't for all you guys, even spiritually, we went down. What we're talking about, the spirit of the group, the pocket powerhouse over there. I guess it's a pro wrestling term. I hate around wrestling too much. The pocket powerhouse, the spirit of this group. Sarah, tell us about your year, and when we'll get into some of the nitty gritty. Tell us about overall what's happened with you this year. You've had a great growth as well.
Oh man, this year, when they say the year 9 in numerology, and the year of the snake, it's like a double completion. Endings for things that literally cannot come with you into the next iteration of your life and where you're going with the year of the horse coming up in February. So for me, it's just been shedding, letting go of things that I thought I would hold on to forever. Parts of myself that I was, turning into an identity, just letting go of that completely and just finding who I am underneath all of these masks that I didn't even know I was wearing. I even had help from moths. I was cleaning out my closet trying to get rid of shit, and I had a box of baseball hats. I had some beautiful handmade moccasins. I had really cool stuff in my closet that was extremely sentimental to me and were things that old versions of me wore, and kind of like a badge of honor. And everything got eaten by moths, and I was going to keep those things as keepsakes and hold on to them forever, maybe pass them down to my goddaughter or whoever else might want them way in the future. And now it's just like I literally just threw it all in the garbage. And me, 6 months ago, if I had to throw all that stuff in the garbage, I would have had a complete freaking meltdown. I wouldn't have known what to do with myself. But I just looked at it, was like, this can't come with me. And I literally just, without even thinking about it, just threw it right in the garbage. And that's kind of like a good representation for how I'm doing with everything else. It's like, this part of my life isn't working. This relationship isn't working. These parts of my business aren't working. Get rid of it. Just got to get rid of it. And I'm finding it extremely easier than I ever have in the past to just let go and take away all of the things that aren't me, but represented some sort of mask that I was wearing. Some part of me that I was using as a protection or a shield or just like a safety feature, essentially. Look at this instead of that kind of stuff. But I am feeling really good and feeling really light. I've donated a lot of stuff. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. And I just feel like I'm moving into this new era of possibility. And now that there's all this extra space in my life because I've gotten rid of all that stuff, energetically, physically, emotionally, it feels like things can come in a lot easier. So I feel really good to have prepared that way.
Fantastic. I mean, and Diana, what about you? I mean, you've grown so much. I mean, we know exactly what your journey is, and I mean, as if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, you're the one who gives it. No, well, it's true. You give me I'm going to use a bit of Aussie slang. Give us a foot up the arse. You know what I mean? So,
not a bad way. Just trying to get everyone together.
You give me a massive foot up the arse, eh? But tell us about your year, and then we'll get there. Then we're going to talk about the Phoenix and all those other things. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, just like what Sarah said, we have to release the old to bring in the new, as cliche as it sounds. But for me, it's definitely a lot of shedding of old belief systems, like limiting beliefs that don't served me. A lot around healing family trauma, even the way I show up in relationships, like the way I handle conflict in relationships, like healing some of those patterns, which I think some of those could be karmic patterns as well with family and relationships. So I've been doing a lot of work on those and a lot of healing my feminine energy, like keeping my masculine and feminine energy balance. I've been doing a lot more with my body, like going to the gym, doing yoga, Pilates. I've been doing that like consistently this year, and even like qigong, tai chi, bar. I've been really experimenting with different types of exercises, and that's really helped me heal too. And for me, I think the trauma gets stuck in your body too, right? So I feel like I've done a lot of work with like emotional, mental, even spiritual, but the body feels like it's still holding it. That's why I've been focusing a little bit more on that. And yoga has been really helpful for that. And just in general, releasing like relationships or people or just things I don't want to do. Like there are things I was doing, and not because I really wanted to, because I think I should be doing it, or I'm just kind of letting go of some of that, of all the shoulds, and like just doing what I want to do and making more time for joy and things I actually enjoy like in my life, and not just this workhorse mentality, which I think I've always had between
Yeah.
whether it's my normal job, whether it's my content or all the other things I'm doing, just like making time just to be. And that's part of, I think, healing the feminine energy too. So yeah, it's a lot. And I think just being gentle with myself and getting rid of that like self-critic that I've had for a while. I'm just
Yeah.
like letting go and being more gentle with
Absolutely.
myself. And I kind of know where that comes from anyway. We go into family stuff. So it's like I'm just being very aware of when those things come up. And Sarah has also been really helpful this year with teaching us like parts work and stuff with her women's group. And I think that's really helped me like integrate and do more shadow work as well. And I do shadow work all the time. I mean, I'm always doing shadow work, but I feel like it's been
Yeah.
extra heavy this year. It's been like
Fuck yeah.
in your face, like, ooh, it's like that
Absolutely.
that thing that like burns. It's like so aware, like something's being highlighted to you, whether it's in a relationship or
Yeah.
work or something that's like, oh my gosh, I need to work on it. It's the stuff you almost want to run
Yeah.
away from. You're like, no, I don't want to deal with this right now, but it's like
It
it's coming
feels
up.
like
Yeah.
being on the stage and the whole room is black, but there's just a spotlight on that
Yeah.
shadow, and it's like, look at me.
I get
Like,
it. I get it. I get what you're trying to tell me. It's like, I get it. You need someone. Okay. I get it.
yeah.
Okay. I get it. Spirit guides, whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
anytime
absolutely.
you ask for the messages, they come in pretty quick right now, I think,
Oh
with the
yeah.
veil being really thin. Like, but now when I ask for something, like when I ask for a message or something, I'm working with spirit guides, like it literally comes like, I was like, oh, you want that answer? Here it is. I'm
It's
like, no.
it's really funny
So,
that it's really funny that one. You talk about when we're talking about the I guess I go with the Phoenix. We've killed everything. We've basically just smashed everything tower moment into the Phoenix rising and ascending so much, and then you're actually going from the new to the old, learning new things, getting rid of stuff, and really challenging yourself spiritually. I'm going to go to all of you regarding mindset change. And I'm going to go to our very special guest from the Maple Leaf State near Calgary. This is the change. This is why we got Jackie on. It's a massive change what she's doing. Jack, tell us
Well,
about this.
you know what? First, I just want to say how I love the mirroring experiences that each one of us have had this year. And
yeah.
the fact that these are coming up, but we are consciously aware of it and able to implement the changes that we need to because of all the work that we put in. So it is not a coincidence that we've all had very different journeys, but a very similar year. I knew as a 9 life path that this year was going to be significant. I just didn't realize how significant and how much work was still required because I had thought I'd finished most of my healing, and that really came up very consciously this year and created a huge change for me in the way I show up. And I used to kind of live and do my business and read people's energy, and that kept me in a place that was deeply disconnected from my own physical experience, and I was able to hide out in that, and that is due to trauma and self-conditioning, limiting beliefs. So the understanding of that took a lot out of me, and forced me to take a step back in my business and focus back in on myself. And now having this all start to come out and be more open about it as we move into 2026, doing the show with you guys today is a great way to have my first on camera interview in pretty much over a year and
That's
I
crazy.
just want to thank you guys for allowing a space for me to come on and share with my friends. And I'm just so grateful that we all were at a place where we could see it, see the pattern, see the lesson, and then integrate the changes we needed to so it doesn't have to come with us next year.
What's the main thing you got? Well, so you made that. We've all made changes. We've talked about it. You can tell us, okay, is it you've gone in and opened the door to something you didn't want to go into? I mean, I've done it myself and gone, really looked at something, go, I don't really want to face this. I don't want to really do it. The universe has forced me to put the key in and go in. What about yourself with the dance? It just can't.
Yeah, so the
out.
disconnection from my own sexuality, from past experiences, you guys know I have an early childhood traumatization where I was sexually assaulted, and for whatever reason, was able to mask the fact that this disconnected me from myself, and by hiding out in other people's energy. And now that the kids are older and I've had some time alone, and relationships have become a forefront, it became very clear how disconnected I was from myself. And balancing and understanding our tantric energy, which is the connection to our divine masculine and feminine energies, allowed me to see that disconnection. So I utilized dance as an avenue to reconnect back to my divine sexual energy. And I found an amazing studio here in the city that allows me a space to go in and work with dance. And the dance I'm doing is very sexual in nature. It is really about building confidence and a reconnection back to myself, because I realized that I was very uncomfortable in intimate connection. And once I became single, I was able to see it clearly how easily I was hiding out in the umbrella of I have a husband, and I got, I could just hide there. And I got very comfortable with him. But now that I'm single, I realized that, I am not as comfortable in intimate connections. And it was really made clear through an experience last year. And that's when I realized I had to refocus my attention back on myself, and the way I have been avoiding being vulnerable in relationships and in specifically within my own sexuality. And that's why dance and tantric energy became a main theme for me to explore and reconnect to myself. So it's not just the dance, there's a lot of other techniques that are outlined in my self-published book.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. Yeah.
Come on.
This is it. Yeah.
Woo,
So
woo.
it is a free downloadable ebook, and that is something that is on my group, Akashic Energy Healing. And
Throw it up again. Throw it up again. I want to see
Okay.
it.
I'll put it in the show
See
notes.
that?
Anybody else can read
Well
it and download it. I printed out a copy for myself because writing in a book being the physical manifestation of thought, it made it all real. It made this journey a real, like, it's physical. I'm disconnected from the physical, so I needed a tangible copy for
Absolutely.
myself
Absolutely.
and it's a guide that I use to reconnect to myself. So it's not just about our sexual energy. It is a lot about how we integrate energy, how limiting beliefs, social conditioning, self-perception all plays a part in how we show up in the world. And then understanding that consciously so that we can integrate and work with these energies ourselves as well as with partners if you have one.
I'll put that in the show notes as well, your book. Yeah.
I appreciate you. And so that is
we'll do all that.
part of everything that led to the dance. So dance is just one avenue that I use to reconnect to myself, to build confidence. It's different being out in everyday life and showing up and feeling confident, but then watching yourself, seeing the insecurities that come up, where they come from, why they're there, processing it. I mean, I've left dance classes and just gone out to the car and cried immediately because I set my intention to alchemize trauma through this method. So tears holding the vibrational frequency of the pain that is being released from our body. This happened probably for about 6 months before I actually left, and one time watched a video and I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel more confident. It's not easy. I'm not a dancer. It's very difficult to see yourself on camera. from different angles, and just to process where these insecurities came from to begin with. And that is just one of the avenues out of many that I outline within my book or guide to assist myself as well as anybody who's seeking to connect to themselves in a more holistic way.
Absolutely fantastic. Hey, Sarah, because I know you've got a shortened amount of time.
Yeah.
What about you? What has enhanced this year? I mean, as I said, Five Phoenix. Jackie was just saying we're going into ourselves to actually get that connection to things that we really didn't want to connect, we were scared to connect with. And look what she's doing now. It's absolutely amazing. What are you doing and what's happened to you that is absolutely significant, you walking into the year of the horse?
Well, around this time last year, I kind of had this weird falling out with my dad. And that this year sent me on a huge adventure, I guess you could say, into shadow work around the masculine, shadow work around the discipline connected to masculine energy. I did a bunch of ancestral healing, discovered a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't even know was there, connected to my grandfather's war trauma that had been passed down to me as a safety mechanism. And discovering all of that was some of the hardest stuff that I went through this year, realizing just how imbalanced I was in my masculine energy, how undisciplined I was, coming to terms with where I'm at and how I'm at where I'm at because of my own lack of discipline, and looking at where that came from in my life and dealing with all of the different, like Jackie was saying, all the different traumas and experiences that I've gone through in my past that I'd kind of just shrugged off or ignored or taken as some sort of symbol of strength because I made it through that. And it's like, yeah, you did, but there's still some trauma there that you're not giving yourself a chance to look at. So I spent a lot of time this year really digging deep and seeing like what my actions or inactions have done to create the life that I'm living now. And that's been really hard because I'm doing really well, but there's some stuff that I'm not doing really well on. And just coming to terms with that doesn't mean that I've failed. It just means that I'm learning and I'm healing and I'm growing, and I need to take this information that I've gathered through healing the stuff with my dad, healing the stuff with the father wound, the ancestral trauma, the discipline stuff, and coming back into myself. Like what Jackie was saying, like finding who you are underneath all of that stuff, under the masks that we've put on to keep ourselves safe after those things happen to us, right? So it's been really deep. I've spent a lot of time really holding compassionate space for myself, because there's a lot of times where I could have fallen into a deep depression and felt sorry for myself, just going through all of this healing. But I feel like I had all the right tools this year. At this time last year, I also learned parts work, and I've been teaching it to the girls in the women's circle, like Diana said, all year long. And that's been significant for me to be able to get through this and really face these shadows with as much love and compassion and self energy as I possibly can. So it's been a lot, and I've learned a lot about myself. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been a nice way to say it.
It's been a year. It's been a year.
No big deal. All the stuff that we just talked about, they're like major life-changing, like crazy things. They were like, oh yeah, I just did this and that. I healed my ancestral trauma, all my karmic patterns. I broke this addiction, whatever,
Every
it's just funny. We're like so nonchalant
throughout your life.
Yeah.
Hey, what about you, Mr. Cortez? What about it, mate? The C-man, the authority. Attention, I've told you this, mate. You're going to be authority, the world authority. Stuff the UK. The UK, you are the best. Now you're the world authority. I just put you over.
I'm only 4 or 5 years. I'm only 4 or 5 years in, but I'll tell you what, it's taught me so much, man. Honestly, and this year, I think Jackie was saying about feeling comfortable, and I think the theme of this year is to be comfortable feeling uncomfortable. And it's like I was put into situations this year where I had to second guess myself. I had to second guess my morals, who I thought I was. Do you know what I mean? I was spiraling and I had no control over it. But there was that little inkling inside me, knowing that I was okay, but this was happening for a reason. Do you know what I mean? And from that, something was birthed. And since then, I've timeline jumped, or I've quantum leaped into a different reality. And what I mean by that is my mindset, who I am, the way I walk, the way I talk. I've just shifted into this different reality. But before that happened, it was like I was being emptied. My vessel had to be emptied, like Diana was saying. And I think Spirit has been working with all of us this year to help us empty anything that no longer serves us, like Sarah was saying, because they can't go into the year of the horse. That's purification. That's fast movement. That's where we're all going. So it's like we all had to be emptied this year, and we all had to face what we didn't want to face, or not even didn't want to face, what we didn't even know that we had to face. Do you know what I mean? And in doing so, we've all developed skills and we've structured our lives and we've been able to pull ourselves from the ashes. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just so fucking proud of us, of myself, and I'm proud of every one of us because, like Sarah said, we could have literally just given up on ourselves this year. We could
Yeah.
have pity on ourselves. We could have been in depression, and all my habits, all my old conditionings come back at the beginning of this year. Remember, Jay, I was speaking to you the other day about
man.
what
Yeah,
come
man.
back and the hole I was in, and it scared me. It fucking scared the shit out of me. Sorry for my words, but
No, it's
like
just
I
sweet.
say, as above, so below, because the experience I experienced when I was in that situation, how I feel now is the complete opposite to that. So it's like anyone that is going through anything that you feel like there is no way out, I promise you guys, you were going through this for a reason. It's not meant to break you. It's meant to show you your shadow self. And I think Diana said it's about having compassion. Like I've never had
Yeah.
this much compassion for myself this year.
Yeah.
And I think
And
it goes to show that everything that we perceive as our biggest weakness actually is our biggest hidden strength.
absolutely. Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
And
I
there's
think
so
faith.
many.
It's about faith. Faith as well. It's about faith in ourselves and putting ourselves into, I guess, the universe hand and just say, look, we've just got to walk what we need to walk. We wouldn't be right here, right now, if we hadn't gone through absolutely everything we went through this year. What do you think, Diana? You've been through it, you know.
Yeah, not just this year, just pretty much my whole life. I'm seeing that everything has. I mean, yeah, really, really,
Well,
like
there we go.
I'm still processing things from like my whole life, really, at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm
Absolutely.
We all
allowing
are.
myself even to feel it. You know, I think I've cried probably more this year than I have ever, and it's not even in a bad way. I'm just learning to release. Like I have a lot of grief from a lot of different things, and some of it's like old self, some of it's like my mom, some of it's friends, old relationships, friendships, whatever. And it's like I'm just letting it all out. And I think for me, when I went through my addiction stuff, I think I suppressed so much for so long that like there's still so much more to come out. I'm like, am I like emotionally unstable? I was like, no, I'm finally allowing myself to feel all these things that I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
feeling before. And there are other ways that I've distracted myself, like maybe keeping myself busy or with work or with, you know, content or something, which I think it could still be healthy, you know, to channel content and stuff like that. But I'm also being aware of when I'm trying to like avoid things in other ways. Maybe I'm not doing substance, but I'm doing something else, you know, to kind of like avoid. So I'm just really doing a lot of sitting and resting, which is very new
Mm-hmm.
for me. Like I'm usually on the go, and I moved out to the mountains, you know, to get away from like those kind of like farther from the city and stuff. And it really has helped calm my nervous system down a lot. I'm learning it's okay to rest. It's okay to take breaks, and it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to just be and like enjoy life. Not everything has to have like a goal attached to it, or I have to meet this level of healing or this. It's okay to just to be where I'm at, you know, even if it's doing nothing.
No,
Absolutely.
it's an amazing thing. Like for myself, just basically was just to smash everything that I've felt, and I think just basically have trust in myself, learning a lot about past stuff, understanding why I do things and where I'm at, but also just backing the shit out of myself, just what I'm doing and just going. Even the other day, the car packed up. It wasn't bad, but it could have been bad in my old way. Oh my god, oh my god! I just sat there, and you know what? I walked past the left side of the car, and there was a white feather, and I said to the Cortez, that is the basis of what I do. It's the white feather, and then I believe that everything will come. We can't force it. I already know this.
Flow over force is something I'm really learning, not putting so much effort. I know I'm like a fire sign and everything, but not everything needs like the fire energy. It's like I can just sit back, save it for what things that are important that I need. That's how I find myself getting burnt out all the time. It was like I was just giving this go, go, go energy to everything. And then no wonder I had a mental breakdown or like I'm exhausted or something. So I'm learning, okay, if I've noticed I'm starting to feel that way, it's time to take a step away. I don't care what I have going on. Like, I'm really prioritizing my well-being, and I think that's what we all need to do, and tuning into your body, like what Jackie was saying. This, like, even the exercises you're doing, it's teaching you to tune into your body, to listen to your body, because you're connecting with, and that's what I've done more through yoga. I did yoga class earlier today, man. Yoga is so amazing. Wow, I would say yoga has really made a big difference for me this year. It just instantly calms and
physical
makes me feel
activity
balanced.
is therapy, and I don't think a lot of people realize how beneficial it is to your mental well-being.
Yeah. Getting up and moving is like so important because it helps you connect to your body. Movement helps you stay grounded. It helps you connect to your breath. It helps you just get into the present moment and get into what you're doing. And it helps to release things that are in your body too, because different emotions can get stuck in your fascia, like all of the different stress hormones and things that rush through your body. If you're not moving, your lymphatic system, all of your systems that create flow in your body become stagnant. So when you get up and moving, that gives your body a chance to flush out and release all of the toxins and all of the different things that have built up in your body through stresses and things that you go through. So moving is really, really important for mental well-being. It helps to create happy hormones in your body as well.
And that's so true, Sarah, because as I was working, especially to work in my back and my hips, the emotions, and I thought like this would be an easy process to get into the splits, but the amount of emotion that comes up through sitting through some of these stretches and the moves when I'm working through the limitations within these areas, it was overwhelming. And the processing time of what came up had to be in balance, or I would throw myself completely out of alignment emotionally if I was pushing myself too hard into these areas.